So the other thing I wanted to bring forward today is people really got excited when I started to talk about the shifting paradigms of spiritual community. And there's a little matrix in your bulletins. You know, I believe that you guys have heard about mission-centric ministry and minister-centric ministry, but this is also an evolution. It is an evolution of the collective. And the minister-centric perspective, you might also refer to it as the person-centric perspective, kind of revolves around the leader is kind of a parent or a hero. We defer to that individual, expecting them to take care of us. We don't have as much of our own power at this stage because we're younger, we're more immature. And so when problems arise, if we're thinking from a minister-centric perspective, well, it's DeeAnn's to take care of. And if it's not working, it's her fault. But as we progress as a collective, we start to activate the adolescent form of community, which is filled with creativity and new ideas and lots of energy. When I put this matrix together, I had a son who was in high school. And what I noticed is he seemed to be constantly hungry. And there's a hunger, there's a spiritual hunger at this level. We're beginning to sense a bit of our own power, and we can be kind of egocentric. And we can also, this is the time where we're seeking to find our own power, our own individuality. So there can be a bit of a resistance or rebellion against the leader, the hero leader that we placed in that role. But it's also a time where we begin to really be participants in what's happening. Now, because it's not a fully involved consciousness, there is a bit of a tendency for people to kind of gravitate around groups that kind of think like they do. And so there sometimes is in this space some tension between groups. It's more about my preference than something larger and fuller and deeper. So then we move forward into the mission-centric idea of spiritual community. Not an easy transition, because in this place, it is the mission, the intentions, the invitation of spirit that is in charge. And there's a need to sacrifice our personal preferences to something bigger, something larger. And so when challenges arise in this context, it's really an opportunity to look at who we are as a whole and say, oh, wow, this is what we've created. Maybe it's not what we want any longer, or maybe it's not what Spirit's calling us to do any longer. Maybe we need to make a few little shifts. And the shifts enable, what they do, the shift empowers the collective whole to rise into its power, which magnifies the potential and the impact in your world. And I also want to acknowledge that this is an evolution, and none of the levels, none of the paradigms is wrong. You need all of them. You need a clear leader who organizes and brings coherence to the community. You need the collective, the community, the energy, the enthusiasm, the creativity, the individuality. And you need to bring it all in service to the whole, to the interdependence that exists in this community and really with the entire planet.